Welcome to part 2 of episode 2 of Cult School series, where we share cult psychology secrets to help you grow your community. Now, today we're going to talk about how social identity theory can help you attract more of the right members. So, humans are wired to find and belong to groups of people similar to ourselves, which is great news for communities, but people are busy and they're already in a ton of communities, and you're not the only guru that can solve their problem. So, the skeptical subconscious is always trying to protect their time, energy, wallet, and reputation from gurus on the internet. So the easiest way to bypass the skeptical subconscious is to speak to one shared tribal identity that you have in common with your members, because 95% of information gets processed before it even reaches our conscious brain, because the subconscious has the role of protecting us from all of these things that it deems irrelevant to us. We have something like 11 million data points that enter our brain every second, but we can only consciously handle like of those. So the brain has to determine what's relevant and what's not. So you can't get attraction if you can't even get attention. So the best way to bypass that and to show the subconscious that, hey, we are relevant to the right members is by speaking to a shared tribal identity. We want them to feel like we are similar to them, we understand them, we are one of them, and therefore they belong to our community. Therefore, we don't have to ask them to join because they're subconsciously bought in already. Because people who join for content, most people pushing content as a way to get people into their community, but people who join for content are lurkers who just come, absorb everything, and leave when they think they've got what they need. But people who join for the collective are more likely to join, more likely to engage, and more likely to keep paying to belong, which is actually how you grow your MRR in the first place. So that's why cult creators don't choose our niche. We find our tribe. And we're not afraid to get suspiciously specific with who our tribe is for, because we know that's the easiest way to actually get the right members to want to join and belong in the first place. And that's how we get the right members to join and the wrong members to repel themselves from our community, because we want to make sure that our tribe is a place they want to belong, and therefore there's no room for outsiders. So make sure you're speaking to one tribal identity. So that's why we speak to schoolers, because that's an instant identity that people who are building a community on Skool resonate with. Therefore, our content will let them know amongst the sea of other people who are talking to coaches, creators, whatever. Schoolers understand that this is for them. And then we show them our way of doing things that is different from everyone else. So if you want to get attention and attraction, speak to one shared tribal identity so that their subconscious brain says, this is for me, this is where I belong. And then go check out part 3, where we'll show you how to use social identity theory to engage more of your members. Let's get it.